All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about the future of social media. And I mean a future where AI agents don't just give you suggestions, they can literally run your entire account for you. We're going to be looking at a really cool open source project that automates xiaohongshu, which is one of the biggest social platforms out there. Look, if you've ever tried to manage a social media account, you know the drill. It's a grind, right? You're constantly posting, trying to engage, replying to every single comment, all while trying to figure out what's trending. It's a full-time job, and it's so easy to feel like you're just drowning in tasks. But what if you could just hand all of that over? Imagine an assistant that's completely autonomous, one that doesn't just schedule your posts, but actually truly runs the account for you. And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream anymore. It's actually happening right now with AI agents. And that brings us to the main event. We are talking about a very specific skill that's been built for an AI agent framework called OpenClaw. This skill is custom-made to take over all the operations for a super popular social platform, xiaohongshu. You might know it as Little Red Book. So what exactly is this xiaohongshu-ops skill? Well, think of it like a specialized software module that you plug into your OpenClaw AI agent. It basically gives the agent all the know-how and the ability it needs to handle everything on a xiaohongshu account. It becomes your personal, dedicated social media manager. So you're probably wondering, how on earth does it actually pull all this off? Well, the real power here comes from three core functions that put the entire content lifecycle on autopilot, from creation all the way to engagement. And the stuff this agent can do, it's seriously impressive. First, it handles publishing, all powered by AI, and it can even whip up posters for your content. Second, it automates replies to comments, which keeps your account buzzing and active. And third, and this is a total game changer, it can actually analyze viral posts and then copy their structure to help your own content perform better. So what's the magic behind the curtain? How can an AI do all this without getting official permission from the platform? Well, the secret is something called CDP browser automation. Basically, instead of using a clunky, often restrictive API, the AI just takes direct control of a web browser. It clicks, it types, it uploads, it does everything just like a person would. It's a really clever way to get around the usual roadblocks. And this right here, this is the crucial part. Because it's using the browser to do everything, you don't need a special API key. This is huge. It means you don't have to apply for access or wait for some company to approve you. Anyone can set this up and start automating their account right away. It just throws the doors wide open. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. This is a real, live project, and it is evolving fast. You can just tell by the pace of development that the creators are serious about this. We're seeing major updates getting pushed out in a matter of weeks. I mean, just look at the timeline here. The first stable version drops on March 12th. Just 2 weeks later, boom, major new features like poster generation and content analysis are already in. This thing is not sitting still. It is alive and kicking. And it's not just us noticing. The community is all over this. The project has already racked up over 1,500 stars on GitHub. You know, in the open source world, that is basically a standing ovation. It's a huge sign that developers are really excited about where this is going. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Why should we care about one little tool for one social media platform? Well, because what we're seeing here is a fundamental change in how we're going to interact with the web. This is about way more than just social media. This quote from Dudarik.com really just nails it. The real value here isn't just about managing one platform, it's the model itself. The idea that a single skill can handle an entire online presence just by automating a browser. With no API key needed, that's a blueprint for automating countless other things all across the internet. When you really think about it, we're seeing the very first wave of AI agents that can actually handle complex, human-like jobs online. Yeah, this project starts with a social media account, but it's pointing to a much, much bigger future. It makes you wonder, what other parts of our digital lives, or even our real jobs, are next on the list for an autonomous agent? And that's the big question this technology leaves us with.